What's going on, guys? Welcome to the show. Hey, today we're going to talk about a Parfums de Marly. I know you guys love Parfums de Marly out there. I just know it. Very popular niche house. Some people refer to them as entry niche. I don't like pigeonholing that because they make some of the best fragrances out there in terms of sales. So we'll let the people speak, and they have said this is a great house. And I'm going to talk about a fragrance that collectors might enjoy, as well as people who want something different than just the front runners for the brand. So strap up. Let's go for that ride. All right, welcome to the Scent Bubble. I am your host for the afternoon. Today from the House of Parfums de Marly, we have Perseus. There we go. Beautiful. So, Perseus is known by name, but not that many people have gotten their nose on it, surprisingly, because it gets overshadowed by things like Pegasus and Wajan and Carlisle and Leighton. And Sedley. I mean, there's just so many fragrances, right? So SB is going to tackle the whole brand for you, so you have a solid, thoughtful, and modern and current, unapologetically honest review. In 2026 for it, this fragrance is classified for men as a citrus woody aromatic, launched in 2024, so fairly recent. And it has a 3.9 out of 5. Out of 3,000 votes. So a lot of people have tried it and they seem to say it's almost got to get your nose on it and try it territory. Definitely not a bad score, but definitely not something that I would look at and be like, oh man, I should definitely get my nose on it. So maybe that speaks to why people haven't been trying it. All right, so do I have any test strips before we get into initial impressions? I do. Shout out to Tiziana Terenzi. Can we get a... There we go. People keep telling me how huge these test strips are. I ain't mad at it. You know, I'm not that picky. I'll do the skinny ones, the long side. I'll cut my own. I'll order them. I've done it all. And I enjoy it. It's fun. Don't think too hard with your test strips, guys. Make them, buy them, do whatever you got to do to get them, and just start using them. Put fragrances on them. If you can put a lot of fragrances on your test strips, you'll be a happy camper, I promise you. So let's dive into this woody aromatic. Really love it. I get a grapefruit, almost grapefruit rhubarb, but more just dominantly grapefruit, tart, citric, juicy blast with some masculine undercarriage on it. Oh, I could see this being great. Yeah, and it pops off. It really blooms off skin. It's basically a grapefruit celebration with some masculine base in it, just to sophisticate it. I'm really interested in switching screens here because that's essentially what this fragrance is. Let's see what the aromatic base is to it and the woody base to it. Grapefruit, bergamot, blackcurrant. That tart, citric, juicy, sliced open grapefruit. Not like Tigar. A little bit more fresh and open, rather than like juicy and punchy. It is punchy and it is juicy, but it's tamed in such a way where it is an overarching fresh brush on this. Vetiver is not in the base, so the smile is not on my face, but it's there. So it's adding to that elegance of woodiness, just bringing dimensions to the woodiness. Cedar, drywood, vetiver, just making a nice kind of middle softwoods elegance to it. Mandarin, I don't get too much of that. The geranium is definitely there, just kind of a floral push. And cashmere wood, ambergris, balsam fir, cedar, and tonka bean. I do feel like there's a little bit of green undercarriage to that grapefruit, just giving it some more character and swag rather than smelling like a freshie. This really isn't a freshie. This is a masculine, upscale, classy fragrance that feels a bit sporty. Really like Perseus. I'm not mad at it. It smells like a lot of fragrances in my niche collection, but if this was all I had, it would be enough for sure. I'm sure you'd get great 6-hour plus performance on this. Moderate performance, long-lasting longevity, so 6 to 8 hours should be pretty easy for you to nail with a fragrance like this. I can definitely feel that in the air. The projection feels very much 3 to 4 feet initially, and then probably calms down to about a 2. And the sillage is a small trail. but you will leave one of at least about 3 feet starting off. This is a fragrance where you walk in the room and when you leave, somebody can go in it and know somebody else was there type of scent. Let's go ahead and switch out real quick. Fragrances this will immediately remind you of is obviously Terre de Hermes Eau Givray. Even a little bit of Terre de Hermes with just a little more elegance and dimension to it. Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Forever. That robust grapefruit. Even in the clone category, Lattafa's Art of Wood, which was a fantastic fragrance. Didn't feel as niche as this, but definitely felt luxurious and elegant. So yeah, this is somewhat of a play between Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Forever and Terre de Hermes with maybe a little bit of Popolo Fico undercarriage to it, but not quite. You know, no cigar there. The dry down just feels very much like a very fresh, masculine, classy, bitter orangey, mostly grapefruit on soft woods freshness. Again, it feels niche, but sporty niche. So casual niche, upscale casual general. This is very nice. I've given you the alternatives. I've given you the comparisons. Now, let me see if there's anything else I can provide for you, and then we'll wrap up. What's it going for? So the retail price is $300 to $400, depending on the size. The lowest I'm seeing it right now is 75 mil around 250, 4.2, which is the 125 mil around 330. During holidays, I've seen this fragrance get closer to the $200 price point, but I really don't think it goes below that unless you're buying used at that point. I do think it's worth the money. I do think you'll get a lot of use case out of it, and I do think you'll have a good deal of signature. So this is one of the rare exceptions where I feel like the price point is just worthy. And if you have a fragrance like this, it will cover your, your work, your upscale casual, your masculine CEO, fresh vibes. It can go sporty. This is the man you want to be. This is the fresh, modern man with class and sophistication, but he's not doing too much on the complexity side. Effortless, class, sporty, masculine sophistication is how I would call this one. And yeah, sprays on this one, I'm probably going to go heavy. I'm at least 6 to 10 for me. I think this fragrance is one where once you start creeping towards 10 sprays, it's going to go all day for you. At least 8 hours plus. So I'm going to spray heavy because with this fragrance, if I don't have to reapply, I don't need to. And the opening isn't so exciting where I would want to reapply just for the sake of re-experiencing that opening. Beautiful bottle presentation. It is a Parfums de Marly. You've got the cool factor. And I like that this pushes towards, juicy grapefruit tigerish vibes, but has the Popolo Fico elegance and class, so it's not too sporty. I like the kind of hybrid feel because it keeps it modern and versatile, and it adds a sportiness to this that I feel like most people would appreciate. I don't think a single male would not like Perseus. Yeah, you just can't. Who doesn't love robust citrus and a little bit of class? I do think this fragrance is like 25 and up, but if you're a 25 and down cat, I would just say that don't, shorts and t-shirt this fragrance unless you're wealthy and you look like you can effortlessly pull that much amount of class. If you're under 25, I feel like you do somewhat have to look the part. You don't have to wear a suit and tie, but you need to look like you don't just shop at Ross to really make something like this work. You need to have yourself put together in some decent grooming, and then you can sport some sporty niche casual type vibes because you got it like that type of energy. But this is the man you want to be. I think on the designer level, this would be not in terms of scent, but in terms of vibe check, would feel similar to wearing something like Mercedes-Benz Intense or Bentley Black Edition. Those would be kind of in the realm of the energy I'm talking about if you haven't put your nose to this. But definitely put your nose to this. And I'm going to let one lucky viewer out there smell it because in the giveaway, Perseus will be going in it. So anyways, guys, this was Parfums de Marly Perseus. Maybe a sleeper, but probably one of the most wearable masculine fragrances from the set. And I'm a big fan. I'm giving this probably a 9, actually. It's well above average, but I think when you factor in the signature, the versatility, the complexity, the quality, the off-beaten pathness of it, it is a signature Four Seasons, masculine but not too masculine, fresh, modern, appealing wear. It's a 9 for me. Perseus gets a 9 out of 10. Like, comment, subscribe. More importantly, turn on that notification bell. Talk to me. I do talk back. Hey, guys, have you tried Perseus? Do you have an alternative to Perseus? Let me know your experience with this fragrance, and if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them all. And thank you guys so much for watching. Hey, listen, if you're interested in any fragrance content, whether you're entry level all the way to expert, there are fragrance videos coming out every single day at different hours of the day, every day. And I've been doing that in a row for over 1,000 days. So if you're interested in anything fragrance related, I think I make it palatable and easy to understand, while also educating you to push you and empower you forward to the next step in your journey, wherever you are, from whatever walk of life you come from. Anyways, guys, this is SB. I hope you have a blessed rest of your week. And until next time,